gather around, folks. Let me tell you a tale about politicians and their promises that always seem to fail. In the land of Denver, where the road was meant for home, Hickenlooper came along with a plan to end the roam. But where did the money go? Nobody knows. $14 million, and still the homelessness grows. Oh, Hickenlooper, you said it was your aim.
5:01 p.m. Shh.
But on the radio, you claimed it was just a game.
How dare you?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnny J in the house, here on the Innervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Colorado Art Relief Fund, Eeny Meeny Grants, Bonefields Foundation, Chinook Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, based in the great state of Texas, Englewood, Colorado, and Phoenix, Arizona. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
I sound like I'm talking into a red Solo cup.
Oh, man.
Is it running now? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather, Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, man.
Well, welcome to the Innervision FM universe. It's 7:30 a.m., or correct me if I'm wrong, in the Philippines. It's 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and it's 1 a.m. in South Africa. You are on the Innervision FM universe, and got Johnny J in the house. Got Hey Joe in the house.
What am I doing?
I'm Alan C. What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I was kind of making the calls, and I'm thinking, like, where am I at?
I don't need the power. You're the captain of the starship, my brother. What are we going to talk about tonight?
Man, we got, I was, last night I was listening to the BBC, and it was just a coincidence. I heard a story about someone who had this terrible stuff going on with the airlines with losing luggage and stuff like that. And so they had this one lady on last night that she got to her destination, and she was, I guess, supposed to be there for a week, 2 weeks, something like that. And her luggage never came. So she had to buy hair dryers, clothes, all the stuff. And then the airline says that we can't report it lost until 45 days later. Well, who's going to stay somewhere? Well, some people might have the kind of money to stay somewhere 45 days, but I don't know that many people are going to stay anywhere 45 days. Well, just because I don't know, it just doesn't mean it happened. If you're rich out there and you can stay somewhere 45 days, we have a cash app for you. Innervision, capital J.
That's right.
Yeah, so I guess this is the big thing, because I mean it's really weird that a person told me the story, and then on the BBC I heard the story about these airlines not being able to hire enough people, and the government really screwed us over when they said, stay home, we'll give you a check, don't work. Some of you are essential, some of you are essential. Liquor stores, you are essential. Marijuana places, you are essential. But your other businesses, you are non-essential.
Churches, you are not essential. Stay closed.
I forgot that. Yeah, no spiritual.
That's what these 15-minute cities are about.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us a little bit about those. We got Hey Joe in the house. What have you heard about the 15-minute city?
My understanding is that they put everything within 15 minutes.
Awesome.
Of where you live. So you have a base floor building which has manufacturing and stuff. The next floor has your retail, and then living stuff above it.
You know, it's really interesting that you mentioned that, because I had lived a couple of years ago, like 2018, I think. I had moved into this apartment building, really, really posh place. I loved it. It was a one bedroom apartment, I'm sorry, in this complex. And at the bottom, there were all these restaurants, and there were, different things in the bottom. There was other businesses, gift shops. And then in the middle, there were the apartments. And then at the top, there were the penthouses. And those were where, the really well-to-do folks lived. And they started this situation where they had the homeless being able to also be housed in these areas. I'd like to know what exactly happened, because at the time when I was moving in there, it was in a place in a pretty decent part of Denver. I mean, there wasn't that much in the way of homelessness. It was right off of, let's just say Broadway and Hamden area, if you know the Denver area. And can we say that on YouTube? Yeah, I guess we can. Heck with it. So it was right around there. And at the time, that was, it was pretty decent area. But now to be in Denver, I had gone down to Denver just a couple of months ago for the first time in a long time. And man, you got to be a warrior to live there now.
Yeah. And also, Polis just signed into executive order that he's going to build all these tiny houses. Now, I'm not exactly sure where he's going to put all these tiny houses and how you're going to herd these people from the nice camping places where it's close to downtown Denver. They can go out and beg and stuff like that. They're going to herd them out somewhere where they can't beg for money? I don't think so.
Lowry,
yeah, there you go. Lowry.
The old Air Force Base, yeah. So we shall see how this herding is going to go. It's going to be like herding cats, I have a feeling.
Say, folks, if you're in the Denver area and you're listening or watching us on Innervision FM, on YouTube, Facebook, Getter, True Social, LinkedIn, and any of the other platforms we're currently on, leave a comment down below. That's our bread and butter. We do like the fact that we live in a time where this is interactive, even though there is some censorship going on. We can't talk about certain things like, I don't know, health stuff. We can't talk about holistic medicine. Can't do that no more. YouTube don't like it.
Or as the Native Americans say, lying medicine man.
Well, we can't say that. No, can't say that. Nope.
Oh, man.
Anything that's approved by the FDA, it's okay. Anything that's approved by the WHO, well, anything that's approved by the CDC, well, you better see.
Man. Yeah. But I was just thinking like that. I was looking at some of these reasons why this luggage thing is 75%. Now, how can you stay afloat as a company if you have a 75% bad customer service?
That's interesting because, for folks like us, you and I, that are kind of on a fixed income type situation, that means we're always broke, by the way. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are, looks like we're on a fixed income situation these days. Mm-hmm. But if you are on Social Security of any kind, if you leave the country for more than 30 days, you have to report that so that they can evaluate whether you can get your benefits or not. That's a little known fact. So if you travel outside the country and you do, if you do plan to be gone for more than 6 weeks, why you might want to do some research because, 45 days out, if your stuff is lost, it takes 45 days for them to accept a report so that they can go ahead and reimburse you for your lost luggage. Why, it's going to be a long, long time if your benefits are cut. So I just imagine it's probably going to be a good idea to go ahead and do that research.
And these airlines are talking about, what about losing our reputation? But as far as I can see, if you are under the umbrella of the government, they don't care if you lose your reputation. It's like, so what? Where else are they gonna? We're the only game in town, and we got total control over this. So the free market can't take care of this, because if it was a free market, the free market would say 75%, you're out of here, because people are going to stop flying you, and you're going to go out of business.
You know, I've lost my luggage three times here, I think.
Oh, wow.
Coming here.
Wow.
First time it went to Chicago.
Oh man.
So this was in 2004. Yeah, 2004. And I had to spend an extra week in Cebu to wait for my luggage.
Wow.
Hmm.
Then the second time was in Manila, and it took 3 or 4 days to get it then too. Just
Now, what about this? Somebody in another country, they want to buy a cell phone, and we could get it cheaper than they could get it, right? And so we got it. They paid the money. We got it, and we should have. I should have kicked myself. We should have paid for the insurance to cover the whole phone. But I said, hey, we don't have any problem with the postal service. The phone disappeared.
Wow.
here's a surprise for you.
Yeah, and so we only pay for the postage, and I think, oh man, I kicked myself, because here's this guy. I mean, he has some money, but what if he didn't have like enough money like that? We could at least replace his money, at least send him a money order back, say, hey, sorry, somebody stole your iPhone. And I have a feeling that's exactly what happened. Somebody along the way stole the iPhone. And wasn't there like a football player? He was a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
And he could afford it. I think he could afford it. He wasn't broke, I don't think, but his MO was going through luggage and stealing luggage.
Right. He would just go ahead and steal stuff. One of the what do you call those guys? He was over some
Quarterback.
A what?
Quarterback.
Quarterback. No, there was a guy that he was working for the Brandon administration. He was in charge of some nuclear stuff. Gosh, I can't remember his name, but he was going through luggage and stealing women's clothing, things like this. He didn't last very long.
Surprising if it was in the Brandon administration. I thought that was a thing in there.
Yeah, the Brandon administration, top notch. Let me tell you what, we love Brandon here. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So now what about the labor dilemma? Them not being a friend of mine told me that they went to France and they said nobody spoke French. They had all these workers there. Yeah, they had all these workers there, but no one could speak French. And it was good that they could speak part English, I guess. But if you're in France, you're making that at your home and you're working there. I mean, when you want to learn enough of it to do customer service.
It's interesting because a lot of folks in America, including myself, until just before the lockdowns, only speak one language. I frantically started cramming my brain full of all kinds of knowledge. So I started learning Spanish, French, German, Italian, and I'm brushing up on my English skills. Not doing too good, but I do my best. But I would want to learn the language that I was traveling to the place. Man, I couldn't imagine not being able to communicate with somebody.
And
Hey,
I
Look at me.
Look at
oh man.
I don't speak much Tagalog.
You don't speak much
I
Tagalog?
can understand quite a bit, but I don't speak it.
But
My
but
little girl speaks English and Tagalog both fluently.
yeah.
Right.
But imagine if you're put in a position where someone was counting on you to hook up with another ticket, or even if the guys that push the wheelchair,
Yeah.
I guess you could do hand signals like right, left kind of thing. Or
Claim to be Chinese.
yeah. Or I'm kind of thinking like, how would that work if they had to read the ticket? And I'm thinking the ticket's either in English. I don't think tickets come in English, French, and other. Like here, like it's Spanish and English.
Right.
Those are the predominant. I mean, you can get any kind of translator of Spanish or English, but the other languages, they just don't exist. They say, well, you guys, tough luck. You're gonna have to learn English or you got to learn Spanish. So, and it was just be fun. Like we would go to the McDonald's. It's no longer existed now. I mean, this guy used to let the homeless sleep in his McDonald's and whatever, and eventually it just went out of service. But you ever see the SNL skit? Guys at the hamburger places. I want a big hamburger with this, and then the guy goes, cheeseburger. Is like, no, I want this, and it's all cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburger, chip, no Coke, Pepsi.
No Coke, Pepsi.
Yes. And and I felt like I said, I used to think that was a joke.
Right.
But it really exists. This person, and we saw this person year after year after year for like 3 years, never learned the menu, but was working at McDonald's. I mean, I can understand maybe the first 6 months, but after 3 years, at least know that the different burgers on the list, it doesn't change. McDonald's doesn't change. But that was just interesting. But yeah, okay. So maybe it's the trend of people like seeking like these easy side jobs or looking for the easy side jobs where they say, well, but I think airports would be kind of fun to work at.
I would love it. In fact, I'd love to have any sort of job right now, except I ran into Johnny J, and he runs a little school online, as a matter of fact. If you hit www.innervisionfm.com, you can learn how to do what we're doing right here, right now. Don't try this at home, although we're trying this at home. It's lots of fun breaking into the music industry, especially these days. And, there's still money in it. In fact, there's lots of money in it. You can learn how to make your videos go viral. You can learn with us because we're a bunch of old guys, and so we're trying what works and things like this. I just ran across a new technique that I want to try, and that is, let's say you want to learn about trending sounds. What's going on in music, what's trendy these days, what sounds good. What if you took 100,000 videos from, say, TikTok, or, well, maybe not TikTok, it's a little bit but let's say you took 100,000 videos and you started listening to them, got a few seconds from each video, and then took the first 10,000 videos that came up. And if you took the first 7 days, like which videos trended the most within that 7-day time frame, and then took those 10,000 videos and then correlated that particular, would you then have a good trending idea of what is going on in the music industry? I don't know. What do you think about that idea, Johnny?
It sounds like it's going to take a lot of hours, man.
That's why AI is a really good tool. What if AI were to go ahead and comb the internet, take those 100,000 videos, then break them down, take the 10,000 that were the top, then take that and then divide that by the 7-day time frame, and then figure out. I mean,
hey, let's try that. Let's try that tomorrow. I'm gonna say what's the last 7 days trending, and give me 3 show topics.
Hey, there you go.
So we're gonna try that tomorrow.
We're gonna try that tomorrow, and then hit that and put that in a topic headline and put that up on YouTube. Just see what happens. I mean, like for instance, blindness. If you put blindness in one of your topics, hashtag blindness, blah, blah, blah. And then we just sat there and started talking, blindness this and blindness that, blindness, visually impaired and blindness. Would that net any positive results? Would it make a video trend upwards? Like, for instance, we just did a video last week. So it's actually really pretty cool. We were featuring a guy that was an administrator for text adventure game. It's ancient. I mean, 1995, man, a long time ago. Holy crow! But it's still up, and it's a Dungeons and Dragons style game. But why do we bring that kind of thing up? Well, it's still relevant today because people still like that kind of genre, that kind of medieval fantasy kind of world, that kind of stuff. And well, there's a lot of evil in the world. There's witchcraft, there's Satan, and all this stuff. And why do I bring that up on a God type program? Well, there's a lot of filth in the world, and we're all about going into the byways, highways, and hedges, especially in the music industry and entertainment and film industry. And we want to bring the light into that darkness, because what's the point of going into an already lit up room and going, see how great we are as God people? Jump into that darkness with that light.
Yeah, this is a song that's trending now called Hood Rats. And these girls are just singing with eating in front of this chicken place. And I guess this other who can't figure out they're female or male is doing some what is that called when they gyrate on somebody, or
twerking?
Twerking, whatever. Yeah. And so, but speaking of music, let's speak of like some good music. El Green, El Green just made a remake of a Lou Reed song. Wait a minute. I'm coming.
Now, Fox News. Country star makes waves with baby announcement.
It's called Perfect Day.
Perfect Day. Wow.
Yeah. And do you know, man, and his voice, I listened to the song. El Green was born in 1946, April 13, 1946. And he's still, that voice is still golden. And
wow.
Man, I got to get to see him. Somebody just told me that Pat Benatar was here in town, and I missed that. I mean, I've seen her once. Yeah. I missed it. Yeah. But I keep missing El Green.
Wow. So he's still hanging out and still living, kicking.
Still good. And he sounds a lot better than one of our presidents, Bill Clinton, whose birthday was on August the 19th, he was also born in 1946.
Wow.
And I don't know if you heard Bill Clinton lately, but he sounds even though he turned vegan, plant-based, that age is catching up to him.
He sounds a little old. He does sound a little chronologically advanced.
Too many of those cheeseburgers.
Chronologically?
Yeah, chronologically advanced. Chronologically, yes, chronologically advanced as well. I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, Joe, yeah, that's a good play on words. We're all about trying to get the grassroots musicians some exposure. We're all about trying to make sure that everybody has a shot at the big lights, as it were, and this day and age, it's all about the digital. And so if we can bring all the cookies down and put them on the lower shelf where everybody can get at them, that's what we want to do here at Innervision FM. So, if you're an aspiring recording artist, whether you're just a musician, plinking around, or if you're just a quasi-famous individual, we want to help you out. Looks like the president has just left the building. So we do need a little bit of help sometimes with our equipment. We do need a little help with the equipment and stuff. So we are listener supported as well as sponsor supported. Hit us up at www.innervision.com records.org and check out our mission statement, and innervisionfm.com. Check out our what do you call that, the programming and the events, all the different stuff that we do. And we are live on your smart speakers, so if you ask your favorite smart device, hey, whatever your favorite smart device's name is, play Innervision FM. It'll play us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Any final
So what was the
thoughts,
deal
John?
about the Beatles thing that you guys had set up?
The Beatles thing.
Yeah, they did
In
their
show
first.
notes?
Yeah, the first. Wait a minute. Is that when are we talking about when they did the cow at the
The Cow Palace?
Yeah, that was the first U.S. Concert in 1964. I thought it was 1962, but they're saying it was 19...
They didn't get big till 64. I mean, they started in 62.
In
But
62 you started?
I think they formed a band in 62, or at least one of them had
I think it was
idea.
it was before 62. It was like 59 or something like that. They actually started.
Oh, wow.
I think Ringo came in 52.
Yeah,
62.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Ringo came in 62. They had asked them and they switched out. Yeah.
I was.
There's all the stuff on the Beatles, and it's a lot of conspiracy stuff over the Paul is dead deal.
Oh, yeah.
That is just absolutely believable.
I tell you what's really
How do two
interesting.
people write so much music, number one music? How do they do that?
It's really interesting. I saw this thing on the Mandela effect the other day, and there was a guy that was talking a little bit about. If you don't know what the Mandela effect is, check it out. You'll go down a rabbit hole. But there was a guy that was talking about what if the Beatles had never existed, but yet you come from a timeline where all the Beatles music had already been written and they were famous, and somehow you were able to take that knowledge of what you knew about the Beatles to this place where the Beatles never existed. They made a movie about it as well.
I remember that. I think I remember that. I don't know if I've seen it, but I remember that. I don't even remember the name of the movie, but I remember that movie.
Came out in 2019. If I could remember the movie, darn, it ain't coming to me.
Yeah, but I remember that concept. Now I don't know why I didn't go see it, because I mean, like when they were doing the music, it's almost like I felt like I was there when it was being created. It was like it's like one of those really. There's not too many groups around, or maybe that was just my generation. Just that you felt that a real connection with the music, but it's not that music. People say they make a connection with the day's music. I don't know. I think they dumb it down so much. It's like, I don't know. That doesn't say something too good about the person that they're related to some of the stuff they put out now. But
That's right.
It is what it
What
is.
are you trying to say about me, Johnny?
Oh man. Oh well, I lost my notes because I was supposed to go into something. Oh, the guy that made the Hawaii. Speaking of Hawaii, was put in the Union. 50 was made to 50 states by Eisenhower.
Right.
And it was of course 1959, and it was a 17-year-old kid in 1958, I guess, building up to getting Hawaii here, that it was a project for school, and the teacher challenged this kid to do this, and he went home and he tried to he put together like how would he put the row of stars to add the extra the extra star to make it fit, instead of 49, 50 stars, and so he took it to Washington. It was a bunch of competition, and I don't have my list up to tell you today, but it's there. July 3rd, 1958. easy enough to look up. And so he, his name was Robert, and I don't remember his last name. And he put together this, and he sold it. He sold it like back in the day. You just had the machines and the hand. That was it. And so he put the roles exactly like in a row like that, and then he presented it, and he won the competition. And he was so modest. I guess he didn't want to be recognized. I think they offered him the money for this, and he just said he was just happy to do something like that for the country. Now, how many people are like that today? Just happy to be of service. Now, what's that? Ask not what you can do for your, ask not what the country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Is that the right?
That's it.
Yeah. And that philosophy was ingrained in a lot of the young people, way back then. And I'm not sure what's ingrained in them now, but it's certainly not that. Because they're talking about if we ever had to go to a war, half the people that are in there would be on medical leave because they've been gutted, if you know what I mean.
Robert Heft was the name.
Oh, Robert Heft. Okay, I know it's not with the age. Okay, yes. So that was a little known fact. I said, oh, let me look at who made that. Who made those. Put that together. So anyway, I guess that's all I have for today. But we're going to do that. We're going to do that AI thing tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, we're totally going to do that tomorrow, man. See what we can come up with, because, man, that would be really cool for a video to go viral. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We're going to have some fun tomorrow, folks. Here in the Innervision FM.
I won't be working out tomorrow. I'm going to get my blood test to see how my plant-based life is living. And they said, you must wear a disguise like you're a bank robber.
Oh, yeah. I forgot those.
Said, don't forget the
disguises are coming back.
They said, don't forget to bring your disguise. And I said,
that's right.
I'm going to forget. And if you offer me one, I'm going to say, the hell with you.
Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about the disguises coming back. What do you want to do about that? Do you want to go ahead and bring the disguises back, or do you want to just say, well, no, I think we're done?
Yeah,
it's already done this trick.
Yeah, we already played this game.
I might get the lyrics to that song, We Won't Be Fooled Again.
That's right. We won't be fooled again.
I started a new song called You Don't Get Your Money Back.
You don't get your money back.
Yeah.
You don't get your money back, Jack.
Oh, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, join us tomorrow. Don't forget to like and share. We got one more subscriber, so now we're up to 1,713. And so, hey, the views are coming. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we're coming up. And we'll listen to you. Make some suggestions,
Hey, for that brand new subscriber, if you are who I think you are, shout your name out in a comment. I'll pay for your Innervision FM t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah. I got to get a new order. I don't know if they get here before the 1st, though, because we're having our event on the 1st of September at the Drip Cafe. So,
hey, forgot about that. First Friday. Did you get a hold of Jamie at the Drip Cafe?
I talked to him, but I haven't talked to him about that. But I'm sure it'll be on. But I'll give him a call. It's only 5 o'clock, so.
Sweet.
All right,
my brother. Well, hey, Joe, thank you for joining us today. And Johnny, as always, my brother, thank you as well.